Okay. 1619. Yeah. Tanaham dvishat kruran. You can repeat Arsi Mataji here. Anyone can just repeat after I say. Tanaham dvishat kruran.
Tan aham daivasata kurura
Dvishata. Dvishata.
dishata
Dvi. Dvi means
dishata.
two. Yeah. So Tanaham dvishat kruran.
Tan 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 aham dvisata kuruvara
Sangsareshu naradaman.
samsaresu naradaham
Naradaman.
naradham
Shipyami ajasram ashubhan.
nispami ajasaram asubha
Asurishve Asurishveva yonishu.
asuravas eva yonisu
Tanaham dvishata kruran.
tan aham visatapuruva
Sangsareshu naradaman.
samsaresu naradam
Shipyami ajasram ashubhan.
vispani ajasram asubha
Asures eva yonishu.
asuravas eva yonisu.
Yes. Anyone want to try? I want to try again. Arsi Mataji, you can read again the shloka.
Tan aham dvisata kuruva samsaresu naradaha krispani ajasram asubha asurava eva yoniso. Very bad, sir. Not
No
good.
problem, no problem. Anyone else? Saras Mataji? Okay. Tan means those. Aham, I. Dvi. Okay, here, Dvi Shata, envious. Dvi Shata, envious. Kruran, mischievous. Samsareshu, in the ocean of material existence. Samsara.
Samsaresu Naradana
Oh, okay, you're reading.
Naradanam
Okay. Yes, please, Mataji. Yes.
Sipami Ajasram Ashubham
Mm, mm.
Asurshri Yava Yonishu.
Yonishi. Thank you. Yeah. So, samsareshu, in the ocean of material existence. Right? So, in the samsara என்ற வார்த்தை வந்து கேட்டிருக்கீங்களா? It's a very common word. கேட்டிருக்கீங்களா மதிஜி?
Yes, sir.
எங்கே கேட்டிருக்கீங்க? Where you have heard this word samsareshu?
ஏதோ ஒரு ஸ்லோகால வந்திருக்கு, sir. Can't remember.
Samsara. Samsara means samsareshu. Here in the
Like a
ocean.
family, is it, sir?
It's actually
No.
an ocean of material existence. It's
Distance.
material nature, material world.
Okay.
It's called as samsara. That's why, every morning, right, after we wake up, what song we sing? What is the song we sing in the morning?
Kausalya.
Anyone know? Mangalarati song.
Mangala.
What is the...
Samsara Davana Lalita Loka.
Yes, thank you, Mataji. So that is why we are singing Samsara Dava Nalarida Loka Tranaya Karunya Ganatvam. So very early morning, we are not even praying to Krishna, first we are praying to Guru. The Guru is the one who saves us from the ocean of material existence, samsara. So that's why it's samsara dava, naralida loka. So this in the Samsara Dava song, if you see, the Guru is saving us from the, it is compared to the forest fire. And Guru is like the cloud, raining clouds, which actually saves us.
Take the first exit.
So that's why this word samsareshu is very common. And Naradaman means lowest of mankind. So Nara means what? Nara means human, mankind. That's why Narsinga. Narsinga means Narsimha. Narsinga means what? Nara means man. Singa means lion. So half man, half lion. That's why it's called Narsinga. சரிங்களா மாதாஜி நரசிங்கா தெரியுங்களா நரசிம்மா
Yes.
நரசிம்மனா nara means it's also known as man, human. So nara adama means என்னது lowest. இதே வந்து நம்ம பாடுறோம், பாடலில் இந்த வரி வரும். என்ன வரி? ஸ்ரீ குரு கருணா சிந்தோ ஆதாமா ஜானாரா பந்து. ஸ்ரீலா பிரபுபாட் பூஜை சாங்கில் பாருங்க, ஸ்ரீ குரு கருணா சிந்தோ ஆதாமா ஜானாரா பந்து adama janaara bandhu. So yeah, it is that. So yeah, nara adama, lowest of mankind, right? So nara adama, the lowest of mankind. Shipami, I put. Ajashram, forever. Ashubhan. Shubha means auspicious, very auspicious. And Ashobha means inauspicious. Asura means what? Asuri means demonic. Eva, certainly. Yonishu means womb. So into the wombs. So translation here. Those who are envious and mischievous, who are the lowest among men, I perpetually cast into the oceans of material existence, into the various demonic species of life. So very interesting. Krishna is telling, so those who are envious and mischievous, so Krishna is speaking about us, right? All of us, the conditioned souls. So anyone who are actually, once you come into the material existence, we know that we are all envious, because that's why we are here. So what is the meaning envious here? நம்ம ஏற்கனவே பேசியிருந்தோமா அரசி மாதாஜி? Have you spoken about this envious? I mean, what is this envious? What do you understand by envious? What is mischievous? Envious and mischievous. Why Krishna is using this word envious and mischievous?
Jealous.
Sorry?
Jealous.
I mean, why? What is that jealous? What is that jealous? Why Krishna is telling here those who are envious and mischievous? Very important term. Dvishata kruran. And Krishna says, for those who are envious and mischievous, they are called Naradama, lowest of mankind. And Krishna says, I cast them into the material existence. And into Asurisu eva yonishu, into the womb of various demonic, Krishna says that. So very interesting. Okay, let's see the purport. Then we will discuss about this. Anyone want to read the purport?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah, padinga.
Screen is there, but then I read a bit slow, okay? Because I push the.
Please.
In this verse, it is clearly indicated that the placing of a particular individual soul in a particular body is the prerogative of the supreme will. I'm pushing the screen. The demonic person may not agree to accept the supremacy of the Lord, and it is a fact that he may act according to his own whims, but his next birth will depend upon the decision of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and not on himself. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto. It is stated that an individual soul, after his death, is put into the womb of a mother where he gets a particular type of body under the supervision of superior power. Therefore, in the material existence, we find so many species of life, animals, insects, men, and so on. All are arranged by the superior power. They are not accidental. As for the demonic, it is clearly said here that they are perpetually put into the wombs of demons, and thus they continue to be envious. And the lowest of mankind, such demonic species of men, are held to be always full of lust, always violent and hateful, and always unclean. The many kinds of hunters in the jungle are considered to belong to the demonic species of life. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Okay, thank you, Mataji.
Sorry, I was pushing the screen to
No,
read.
no, no worries. Thank you. So now let's dissect what is here. Krishna is telling envious and mischievous. So you must define this very clearly. I mean, who are envious now? What we are envious of? So envious means is some species, some conditioned soul. I mean, all of us are conditioned soul. We are in the material existence. So now Krishna says he will cast them into the demonic species. What is this demonic species? What is envious? What is mischievous? And why Krishna is actually casting them into demonic species? Any idea? Let's define first. Why? What is the meaning of envious here? Of course, envious means you're telling jealous is just a direct translation. I want to know the reason. Give me the example. Why? What is the meaning of envious? Meaning the sense of. Give me an example. Okay, you give me an example. What envious act that the lowest man should do to go into the demonic existence? Give me examples. Arasi Mataji. Or anyone. What do you think? What is Krishna telling you? Very important. 16:19. என்ன புரியுது உங்களுக்கு? What is Krishna telling you? Anyone? Any idea? Arsi Mataji? Saras Mataji? Any idea? No idea. Purna Rupini Mataji? Sorry Mataji. Any idea? You have what is the meaning of these envious and mischievous Krishna is telling here? Any take?
Sure, Prabhu.
No idea. சொல்லுங்க அரிசி மதஜி நீங்கள் தான் சொல்லணும் நீங்கள் தான் நிறையா ஐடியாஸ் சொல்லுவீங்க சொல்லுங்கள் give it a try. What do you think? So what is the meaning of envious here? Basically when do we become envious? When we have the tendency to become envious. Dvishata. And why Krishna is quoting such word envious to us? Basically, when we have the tendency to lord it over the matter, when we want to become the enjoyer. This is the meaning of envious, right? So we don't want to become subordinate to Bhagavan. Right? What is our position? Our position is always eternal servant. But when we don't accept that position and we want to become like Bhagavan, or we want to become Bhagavan, so therefore this is called envious and mischievous. We are not accepting the authority of Bhagavan. So what is the example? The impersonalists. First category of the people who are envious and mischievous is the impersonalists. the Mayavadis. Why Mayavadis? Why Mayavadis? Because they want to become God. They want to become one with God. They want to merge with God. Yes or no? Agree with me? புரியுதுங்களா மாதாஜி? So, in the Mayavadis, the Advaitins, what is the principle of Advaita? Arsi Mataji, you are there? What is the principle of Advaita? Saras Mataji, what is the principle of Advaita? So, Advaita, monistic philosophy, it means that now I am suffering, so when I take up this process of Shastra, I can merge, I can come out from this suffering, and my goal is to merge into Brahman, and therefore I become one with that Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi. This is the understanding of Aham Brahmasmi. So, anga buddhi, what is the buddhi? The buddhi is that it's not that I want to serve God. The buddhi is what? I want to become God. So that buddhi is called Dvishata Kruran, envious and mischievous. That is the buddhi. So that is why even in Srila Prabhupada Pranati, what we are reciting, we are not simply reciting out of habit or some artificially we are repeating. There's a deep meaning there. Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarine. So therefore, even in Srila Prabhupada Pranam Mantra, it is there. What is the mood of the mission of Srila Prabhupada? What is the mood of our Acharyas? It's actually to establish the philosophy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and actually defeat the philosophy of Mayavada, Nirvishesha, the impersonalist, the atheistic, the Buddhistic, all this Nirvishesha, Nirvana, Mayavada, all these philosophies which are against the conclusion of Shastra. Why? Because they are actually the offenders. They are very offensive because they want to become one with God. Therefore, Advaita philosophy is actually very dangerous. Why? Krishna is telling dangerous because anyone who have that tendency, so the peak of envious and mischievous, the first category is you want to become God. That is the first one. Not even like God. Like God is different. You want to become God. That is like the most extreme level of envious and mischievous. So therefore Krishna says, for them, what is their destination? They don't have highest destination. Once they go into Brahma Jyoti, they will come again and they will come back into the demonic. They will be demonic species. So we can see what is a great example of people who are envious and mischievous. Hiranyakashipu. Right. You tell me, what was Hiranyakashipu's desire? You tell me. He actually took so much of austerity and he got, he got the blessings of Lord Brahma. So what he asked, Lord Brahma says, I will give you whatever you asked. Please ask something. And Hiranyakashipu says, I want to become immortal. You see? So this is also envious and mischievous mentality that we want to lord it over the Supreme Lord. We want to actually become like the Supreme Lord. Not that a servant, but we want to enjoy like him. So Hiranyakashipu, that's why his name Hiranyakashipu. Hiranya means gold. Kashipu, soft bed. So even in his name, all the four regulative principles he is against. He's out for gold, women, soft bed. Hiranyakashipu. So he is the personification of illicit sex, meat eating, intoxication. So that's why his name is Hiranyakashipu. So this is a example we can see in Srimad Bhagavatam, the people who are envious and mischievous. Right? So we can see Ravana. Ravana have this tendency, he was so powerful that he went to Yamaloka. He went to Yamaloka and he wanted to fight with Yamaraj. He wanted to fight with Yamaraj. And he went to Swargaloka and he actually, Indra was very frightened to see Ravana. And he went to Kailash and actually, he messed with Lord Shiva. And then he become, he prayed to Lord Shiva. He became a so-called devotee of Lord Shiva. So, in this way we can see all these personalities, they are not interested in serving. They want to Lord, they want to enjoy. They want to become like Bhagavan. They want to become enjoyer. Amavalya. So, Ade Marida. Similarly, we, the conditioned souls, are having this subtle tendency, right, that we want to enjoy. So, due to this tendency to enjoy, therefore, we are put into this material world. All of us. This is one of the primary reason. Makes sense or not? So that is why now we have to study Bhagavad Gita. We have to understand what is our mood, what is our original position. What is our original position? We are eternal servant of Krishna. Mama eva amso jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatanaha. Krishna is telling, Mama eva amsa, all this soul, all of you all the jivatmas, they are my part and parcel. Mama eva amsa jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. They are eternally part and parcel. So they are not, we are eternally servant of Bhagavan. This is our identity. So if anyone who don't take up this identity, they are actually being envious and mischievous. So we have the atheistic class of people. They say there is no God. Right? Right? There are people who are actually they don't accept God. They say there is no God. Why I should worship God? Why I should bow down to someone? Why I should bow down to this person? So this is the mentality, Dvishata Kruran. So such people, they will born into the various lower species of life. Right. So புரியுதுங்களா அரசி மாதாஜி? Now you can understand?
Yes, sir.
So when we say envious, so what is the meaning of envious here? Please explain to me again. What is the meaning of envious? It's very important. We are repeating it many times here. So what is the meaning of envious and mischievous here? What does Krishna mean when he say envious? சொல்லுங்க அரசி மாதாஜி, you're there? So when Krishna says envious, it means he is referring to the atheistic class of people, the impersonalists, right? The people who are against Shastra, scriptural injunction.
Yes, sir.
Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So not simply like jealous. What jealous? Jealous, yeah. Why jealous? Because you are jealous of Bhagavan. You want to become Bhagavan. That is the meaning I want. Not just jealous. It's very important. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now, because anyone who wants to become God, they are categorized as the lowest among men. Naradama. And what is their destination? Their destination is that they take birth into the various demonic species of life. What is the demonic species of life? Example? Yeah. Example?
Mm,
Hmm.
is it animal or human, sir?
Yeah. First of all,
Animal,
what is the meaning of demon?
demon, those who don't follow the rules and regulation of Shastra.
Right. Right? So, what the meaning demon? Demon means anyone who don't follow Shastra, the demon.
Yes.
So, they will born into the body, they will take a body where they cannot understand Krishna. So, what is the body that they don't understand Krishna? It can be human body where they will born into the atheistic family. They'll born
Atheistic
into the Malacha, beef eating
knowledge.
family. They'll be born into the family who don't have God
Believe.
consciousness. They will born as an animal because animal they don't worship Krishna. They cannot chant Hare Krishna. They don't need to follow rules and regulation. They can eat whatever they want. They can become a pig, right? So example. So all these things become a lower species of life. Or they can even go to the lower planetary system. They can birth as demons. They are different level of species, and they are 8.4 million species. புரியுதுங்களா?
Yes, sir.
So this is what Prabhupada is telling. So here Prabhupada is highlighting that the particular body, the soul, individual soul guide is actually decided by the supreme will. Karma Daiva Netrena. This is a very nice shloka in Srimad Bhagavatam. What is the shloka? Karma Daiva Netrena. Right? Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Karmana Daiva Netrena Jantur Dehopapatyaya Striya Pravishta Udarang Pumshoretha Kanashraya. The personality of Godhead said, under the supervision of the Supreme Lord, very important word. Sri Bhagavan said, Karmana Daiva Netrena. So, what is the deciding factor? When one get a body, what is the deciding factor? First, ultimately, Krishna's sanctioning is there. What is the second? Ultimately, Krishna's supervision is the most important, the most highest. That without Krishna's will, nothing can happen, isn't it? So, if a birth wants to take place, Krishna must have the will. Okay, the second is what? Karmana. Karmana means what? According to our karma. Whether you are getting a higher birth or lower birth or spiritual birth, what is the deciding factor? What is the deciding factor? Karma. So, Daiva Netrena Karmana Jantu. Deha Upapataye. The living entity, the soul, is made to enter into the womb. So, Yoni. This is Yoni. Here it is used a word as Udaram. Udaram. Udaram is also womb. Yoni is also. Yoni means birth passage, birth canal. So it's made enter into the womb of a woman through the particle of male semen to assume a particular type of body. Pumsho Ratakana Shreya. Rataha means semen. So basically, they will be taken shelter under a particular semen of the male, and then they get a body. The soul will get a body according to
karma.
a karma and sanctioned by the supreme person. ஸோ கடவுள் பகவானுடைய வீல் இல்லாமல் எதுவும் நடக்காது. இதுதான் பிரமாணம். ஸோ அப்படின்னா ஒரு குழந்தை வரணும்னா யாருடைய முக்கியத்துவம் வேணும்? நம்மளுடைய கர்மா, பகவானுடைய மர்சி, இது ரெண்டும் வேணும். எஸ் வேணும்.
Yes.
இதுதான் பாயிண்ட். குழந்தை வந்து சும்மா வராது. பகவானுடைய தெய்வ நேத்திரினா பகவானுடைய சேங்ஷன் இல்லாமல் சூப்பர்விஷன் இல்லாமல் எதுவுமே நடக்காது. ஸோ இதான் நம்ம முதல்ல புரிஞ்சுக்கணும். ஸோ that's why there are so many species and every species it is not accidental. Everything is arranged by the supreme power. They are superior power. They are not accidental.
Right.
So எல்லாம் இந்த every the whole universe is running in a very orderly manner, not random. Just like this fellow says, just like some explosion, big bang, and everything is there, and now we are getting a lot of population. No such thing as overpopulation. Everything is controlled by Bhagavan. The material nature is so perfect. The law of material nature is perfect. They know. The law knows how to take care. We just follow dharma. We should follow what Krishna says. That is the dharma. But we are not interested in that. We are interested in overpopulation, all sorts of mundane things. We are interested. There's no such thing as overpopulation. Overpopulation is a myth. The problem is we are lacking of spiritual knowledge. That is a real problem. So therefore we are getting in rise of so many demonic species. Demonic species means Varna Shankara. Varna Shankara means where we are giving birth, the human beings are giving birth to uncivilized beings. Uncivilized means lacking of spiritual knowledge. So they become Varna Shankara. They don't follow Dharma. They give birth like animals. No wedding, no Dharma, nothing. They just get birth. They just have sex and they have birth. So they call them, they have a name for that. Anna Loa Nika, Anna accidental, all these Anna are coming in this picture. So what do you expect from them? They can never understand Dharma. They will become the troublemaker. They will become the troublemaker for everywhere they go. They go to the school, they become troublemaker. They come into the society, they become the criminals. So Arjuna already said this in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1. Varna Shankara. When the women are degraded, there is no Dharma. The women are not protected, everything is lost. Because there is no man to guide them. All men are gone. There is no proper man, no proper woman. What is the result? Varna Shankara. So yeah, it is there in Bhagavad Gita. So இதுதான் the conclusion here. So what is the conclusion here? The conclusion here, we are urgently in need of Krishna conscious child, Krishna conscious grahastha family. We need a proper family. We need a proper system, proper society. That's why Prabhupada says that we should live in a society. That's why it's called international society, getting the association of devotees. And there are so many things we should know. It's not just come to Hare Krishna and yeah. Hare Krishna means there are many things are there. We have to understand how to raise a child, how to establish a family life. And yeah. So when things are there, basically this is the point. So we must train ourselves to become the servant of God. And we must train our child to become the servant of God. We have to teach him what is the dharma. What is the dharma of women? What is the dharma of man? And that is called Varnashrama Dharma, Devi Varnashrama Dharma, putting Krishna in the center and doing our duty. We are in the human body, we are in the man body, we are in the female body. Every body have the dharma. So the problem is now when we don't understand dharma, what happened? We are having problem. So that is the number one problem for what? Marital problem, marriage issues, divorce. Yeah, do you know that the divorce rate among devotees are the highest right now? Among devotees is getting worst. Why? ஓ ஹரே கிருஷ்ணானா சண்டைலாம் வராது, கல்யாணம் பண்ணிக்கலாம் இல்லை, கிடையாது. ஹரே கிருஷ்ணானா என்ன, நீ தர்மம் ஃபாலோ பண்ணுறீங்க. ஹரே கிருஷ்ணானா சும்மா இட்ஸ் நாட் ஜஸ்ட் லைக் Hare Krishna means first knowledge must be given. What is the dharma? What is the meaning of varna ashrama dharma? What is three dharma? What is the dharma of the man? Now all these things must be trained, must be taught. How to get married? How the girl should choose the man? How the man should choose the girl? What is the criteria? Right? So what is the process? There are astrological matching, So there are many things, in the setting of arranged marriage. If there's a love marriage, yeah, no harm. You should check the astrology so that you can understand each other. Then things must be go with Shastra, center. Shastra must be in the center. The women must know the duty, the men must know the duty. So right now these things are not happening. So what happened when you get married? Then you know the real thing. That you're not getting not compatible. Why not compatible? Because something is lacking. Something is problem. What? Because no dharma is followed. So So I'm telling example. That's why it's very urgent. We need this proper knowledge of Krishna consciousness. So that is why we should associate with devotee. Come and listen to Bhagavad Gita. Yeah, a lot of things in Bhagavad Gita. Prabhupada purport is very important. We should read Srila Prabhupada books. How many of us are reading it scrutinizingly, very clearly? No one is reading. This is the problem. When we don't read, we don't understand. When we don't read, we don't ask, we don't question. And we think that Hare Krishna is just like this, just like, there are many more, much deeper things are there. So that's why we must study, we must learn, we must chant the holy name. And then the knowledge will be revealed. Nowadays, these things are not there. I mean, we have to look into it. How we can improve the issues among the devotees, issues among the societies. This is another worrying issues. So preaching must go on. Book distribution must go on. And the Grahasthas is the most powerful ashram. We should set the example. Many things are there. So anyway, this is the point. Envious and mischievous, referring to the Mayavadis, atheist, people who are against Shastra. So therefore, their life is doomed. Is our point. So these are the meaning of demon. Any questions? Arsi Mataji?
Yes, I understand, sir.
So this responsible Bhagavatam says, don't become parents, don't become leader, don't take up the responsibility of parents, leader, king. If you can't train them in Krishna consciousness, if you can't train your subordinate in Krishna consciousness. So if you take up the role of parents, then Krishna consciousness must be given to the childrens. Whether they are listening or not, of course, it must be trained from small. If they are already very, already age of, adult, then it's very difficult, but you should try your best to give. And they can decide. But we cannot force anyone. But we must do our duty. Things must be spoken. Things must be given. Right? So like that. Many things are there. So if there is no any questions, we can end the discussion. Okay? It's a very short purport, but very important purport. So and the next shloka is also interesting. So despite attaining repeated birth, they will never approach me. They will never attain me. Krishna is actually telling this fact. So we will look into that next week. Okay? So thank you very much, Prabhus and Matajis.
Thank you, sir.
वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Thank you, sir.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.